I am at plot number 1, and I am with Edith van der Wettering from the Netherlands. And a technique that she's using right now, actually, you can probably even hear Sue over here carving with her shovel, and it's like, that's because this sand is so hard and so structural. But what happens is it leaves all these like little pit marks with the little tiny pebbles that cause these little holes. So what Edith is doing over here is we make what we call butter, and you take the sand and you put it in a bucket of water and you stir it up, and then all those little pebbles sink down to the bottom, and she's using the butter and she's pasting it on. She's using her trowel, and you can see that technique that she's using, and then that'll be all nice and smooth. You won't see any of these holes. But sometimes they like that texture for other reasons, and they intentionally leave it that way. So she's got a lot going on here, and we're going to let her get back to work. Okay, we're with Sue McGrew, and just a second ago I mentioned that sound and what she's doing. You're okay, Sue. You're good. I was going to actually talk about the earphones in. So, what we were talking about is that sound she was making when she was shoveling. We're closer to her now. Listen to that. That is how structural this sand is and how hard it is. So it's very, very physical. You also notice that she did take out her earphone when I came over because, you know, she thought maybe we'd be talking to her and asking her a question. But you'll notice that a lot of them wear earphones. It helps them concentrate and puts them kind of into like a moment where they can really concentrate and get into their work. She's got something pretty unique going on over here. It looks like a three-sided structure. She's also built up this side sand here. One of our categories is usage of sand, and she's using her sand very well to fill in this area over here. Look forward to seeing what's going on. You doing okay, Sue? Awesome.
I feel like I'm doing a second pound up because I keep shoveling. I haven't touched my small tools yet, so I don't know if that's good or bad.
That brings up a good point. She's just using big tools right now. They start blocking out with the big tools and then go to the smaller tools as they do more detail. Look forward to seeing it, Sue. All right, we're with Juhang Tan from Singapore, and we're talking about Sue is using the large tools to do the blocking out, and this is a good moment to look at what Juhang is doing. He's adding detail, and we talked about Edith pasting on that sand. Well, Juhang has a different technique where he's pinching. He takes the butter, you can see he has his bucket right here with the butter in it, and he's doing the same thing, but he's pinching it on, and then he uses the tool to create lines and shadow, and you can see how smooth that is, and he does have detail, really nice detail already started. We also knew he was one of the ones that told us what he was building, so we can already see the robot coming in, taking shape here. Looks great.
And go.
Okay, we're with Joby right now from Canada, and we just mentioned a couple of plots ago about Sue using the usage of sand. Joby is a very clever competitor. He does pay attention to the criteria extremely well, and usage of sand is one of the criteria, and I think he's got 2 huge pound ups. He literally built this structure that he's working on now, and then as he started carving it, he's reusing the sand a second time. So usage of sand is really important, and he wants to get the maximum points and score the maximum he can in every single category. It's looking great. Can't wait to see what he does with it. Okay, we're with Dmitry Klemenko, and he's from Russia. And one of the terms that we use in sand sculpting is called blocking out. And that's what you can see in this area right here. They need to find where everything is going to be. You know, you're starting with a block of sand, and as Michelangelo said, you take away everything that doesn't look like David. Well, you have to know where David is. And in this instance, he's got a beautiful woman, and you can see where he's kind of blocked out, and it's big and just outlined. And then he'll go back in there, and that later on we'll notice that area again and see how much it's changed. Beautiful face going on. Dimitri's a classically trained sculptor, and he does absolutely beautiful work. Can't wait to see this. Can't wait to see this come to life.